Aaron's going to start with his life update.
Life updates. I have tip.
And then Richelle is going to follow him when she gets this on the Mildly Informed page.
Okay, so life update number one. Because I've heard so much about it the first time it came out, um, 13 Reasons Why, I decided to check it out. I'm watching it right now. I'm on episode 6, 5 or 6, one of the two. It's not important. And it's sort of me kind of just hate watching it at the moment because its take on suicide, depression, bullying, and all of that stuff is just kind of far from a real life take on it. And I get that it's a TV show, so it's not going to be like an accurate portrayal. It's going to be like dramatizations out the wazoo. So I'm just like, okay. But I'm not a fan of the show. I'm not a fan of the story. I'm not a fan of the dead girl's motives in the show. And I'm just kind of curious about like what they're gonna do for season 2 about where I am in season 1.
So I would make my comments, but this is just Aaron's updates, and I feel like this could get really long-winded because I actually did like the show myself, and maybe we can say that for another time. We can have that dialogue another time. But did you have anything else you want to add?
Oh, and here's my second update. It is all right. So yesterday, it's the morning, and I'm like using the bathroom, getting ready for my day. I finished brushing my teeth, and after I brush my teeth, I showered. So I pull back the shower curtain, ready to turn the water on hell, because I like hot water.
And guess who's there on the other side of the corner of the shower curtain?
It's a, it's a, it's a D word centipede.
You can say it's a damn centipede.
Oh, it was rough. It was a rough morning because I was like, how do I kill you? Because you don't belong here. So I go under our bathroom cabinet and I grab the handy dandy Lysol spray. I doused him in Lysol. He got high because he started wobbling. He tried to
He got high.
he tried to climb up and he was like, whoo. They're able to run in straight lines. He was like kind of zigzagging.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
So,
because had it been me and that centipede, we would have been fighting. Or we might not have had a shower that day.
And so there's a hairnet in our shower. So as it's like kind of like in its high Lysol stupor, like I like remove the hairnet and I just drown it. I just like keep pushing water on it down the drain, and it finally goes down the drain. And for some like extra measures, I put a little Drano down the drain as well, just in case I didn't really get it.
Yeah, I don't play centipedes. They are my arch nemesis in the world. That is the one thing that I'm like, I do not mess with y'all. Like, you are not welcome here. So let me just make this abundantly clear to all the centipedes that might be lurking in our home. You are not welcome here. You need to exit immediately. Thank you.
Find a new home. And then, like the last update to this story is like last night I took a walk around the block, got a little under the influence,
The influence of what, Aaron? You might say. It's none of your business.
So I'm back in the bathroom, like taking care of like some personal business, bathroom business. I turn my back to the light switch. I turn back around, and I see Charlotte. I see a spider.
He answered that question.
And she just chilling next to the light switch like I disturbed her sleep or something. Like, I'm about to turn this shit off,
Charlotte.
And you pay rent? And so I turn around, I see her, she chilling on the wall. I'm like, ah! And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna kill you because you pest control. So you can stay. I don't have a problem, slightly. But Jamie and Richelle, if they see you, that's your issue, girl. So do you, kill the bugs, whatever. So it is officially spring since I've seen 2 critters.
And on another note, we've decided that spring is no longer called spring. we're now going by the name of Vern.
Vern.
Okay? And we don't like Vern because Vern does not cooperate.
She does what she wants
Vern
to do.
be like, 35 degrees. Just kidding, 22. You get a little rain today.
Not really. It's sweet.
Snow.
I
don't like Vern.
She a petty
Vern
heifer.
is not. She's not. She's not my friend.
She's not my
So,
friend.
in other news, my updates, my life. I've been having a rough day today. So, number one being that my car might be dead. And that's kind of a sad thing because I was kind of hoping that, my car's been in the shop for about a month now. And there was one thing, there were like two things that I knew was wrong with it, and then we were going to get them fixed, and I thought, oh, it'll be fine, whatever, no big deal, I'll get my car back. And then something else was wrong with it. My mom has my car, she's been making sure it gets fixed or whatever. She was driving it, she noticed something else, took it back. He hasn't been able to get to it, so finally I get the word on what's going on with my car, and he wants to replace the engine.
The whole engine, not part of it.
The whole engine. And if I showed y'all what that price was looking like, I was like, throw the whole damn car away. The whole damn thing. My car is an 03 Toyota Echo. It has lived a nice life. It's been here for a while. It's
What's
had
her name?
some wonderful Chloe. Chloe's had some wonderful adventures. She's been on some trips with me. We done been through a lot together. Me and Chloe, we were ride or dies, but I think she might be dead.
Well, she did the ride part, So it's just like ride or die.
I think she might be dead.
Like,
so I don't know. My mom gave me this news while I was like overwhelmed at work, and I was just kind of like, yo, I don't really have time or the energy right now to really focus on this. So I need to get back to you in a day or two on what I'm planning to do. Because right now I don't know what my plan is. So we're gonna table that for now. But that's a life update. On other news, like just randomness with me, I don't know why I decided that, well, because I'm on the job market, I'm looking for a new job. Heard about a new job via Aaron's friend, Spencer, and got his email address, and I was like, yeah, I'll send you my resume or whatever. And I just randomly decided Tuesday night at midnight, you know what? Right now is the time.
I'm updating my resume.
Right now, while I'm lying in bed, literally in the dark. It was in the dark. I was going to sleep. And then I was like, no. Right now, I'm going to update my resume. So I did. And I sent him my resume. And I might just be crazy, y'all. I might be losing my mind.
Yo, a new job will motivate you to do everything you need to do to get out any kind of situation. So an up-to-date resume is always handy. So if you find yourself in bed on a Tuesday night at midnight, make sure your resume updated so you can go straight back to sleep. She learned that it needs to be updated for all kinds of jobs. Keep your jobs true.
But the thing is that my resume is updated. It's just you have to
tailor it
to the new job. So I did that on Tuesday night at midnight. Because, what else could I have been doing? Sleep is a back burner issue, okay? We don't need sleep right now. We need a new job, okay? Mm-hmm. All right. So, we're going to move on. Our updates were a little long-winded, but that's okay because I'm sure you enjoyed them because we're fun.
We are fun. Yeah, so let's get right into the nitty-gritty of our first segment. Why do you hate humans?
Versus why I love or hate or love.
So which one are we doing first?
I don't know. You go, Aaron. Why I love humans and why I hate humans. Let's keep it simple.
Got you. All right, so because I got to get my thoughts all lined up, I took a page out of Richelle's notebook and got my own notebook. I actually took a page out of her notebook and wrote, "Get your own notebook."
What? Wait, what? You did what?
Extra work.
Oh, okay. Anywho.
So this past Easter, there was a Facebook Live video making its rounds. 3 people were in a car, 2 men and a woman. They were playing with a loaded gun. What happens when you're playing with a loaded gun?
Typically, people get get shot.
People get shot. In the front seat, passenger seat, woman had the loaded gun, pointed it towards the man, and it went off.
So I'm gonna guess this is the why he hates humans.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine that he would have such a deep, undying love for humans that kill people.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Luckily, as far right now, the man is in condition. I forget if it's critical, but he had to have
some type of condition. It's not funny.
I don't know how to deliver bad
news.
I
always laugh at inappropriate times.
I don't know how to deliver bad news.
But
like
humor makes it go down a little easier. That's all.
Yeah, it's like castor oil. Well, my parents made me take castor oil when I was younger. I didn't get sick back then. Now,
Aaron, go ahead. I ain't gonna comment on that.
My parents didn't love me. Yeah, they did. So the woman, her name is Cassandra Damper. She was charged with aggravated assault. Mm-hmm. And guess what this woman tried to do? She was also charged with tampering with evidence, right? So
what does this have to do?
Not only was she recorded shooting this man, but when you fire a gun, mm-hmm. like there's gunshot residue, like the powder and everything, like gets on your arm, clothes. Yeah. Like you fired a gun and it's on you and
you got evidence on your body.
Yeah. This woman tried to wipe it off. Like,
oh, she knew. Oh, she a crafty little heifer.
Very crafty. And I'm just like, home skillet. So not only were you on Facebook Live with your face in the Facebook Live video playing with the loaded gun and you shot your friend, like, you tried to wipe off the evidence like it wasn't me.
Wow.
And then I'm just
humanity.
And like, and the time you do this is like when gun debates are like so heavy in conversation right now. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fudge is wrong with you?
You heard that right.
What is wrong with you, lady? Cassandra. Well, as right now, the update to her is like she's out on bond and she has like a curfew and she has like a cute little ankle bracelet now. So,
she's got new jewelry, guys.
Her friend is like fighting for his life, and yeah, my thing is.
And this is why I think about not having kids. It's people like that.
Yeah.
Anyways. So maybe we'll popcorn. I'll do why I hate humans this week. So it's not nearly as severe, but I hate humans that pussyfoot around what they want to say. That ain't shade to Aaron. That's not a shade to him. I mean, people that don't know how to talk on the phone, don't know how to get straight to the damn point. Get to the point. Why are you calling here?
Here's the thing. The point.
And you all the way over there. Could you just narrow it down? Come to some, especially when it's time sensitive. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. If it's time sensitive, get to the point, please. Please. Don't tell me the whole story. I don't need the whole story. I had to vent. Okay, thank you. So, why Aaron loves humans?
Okay, so originally this was gonna be like my why I hate humans thing because like earlier this month or this year, earlier this year because this month just started. There was like in the UK there was like this idea of like punish a Muslim day, and there was a point system with it, like 10 points you verbally assault a Muslim.
Right. We'll share some of that in the comments too because we don't have to go all the way in detail with like
25 points you pull off a woman's hijab.
Right.
And then like I guess like and then it went up to 1,000 points where you burn a mosque. So like a lot of the Muslims I know, like they were like, y'all could try that shit if you want to. You know?
I'm gonna go all over that
yeah.
If you wanna.
Yeah. But what really made me happy about this is that day failed wonderfully, you know, because like people in the UK and people in the United States, they were all like, yo, if you want me to walk around with you, I could do that. You know, like some people aren't like physical fighters or they'll like shy away from confrontation. So like if I'm not a physical fighter, I'll have like somebody with me. It's just like, you gonna do what to who?
Right.
Let's
Right.
find out and see. Cardi B shout out. But so like they have their like this they like Love a Muslim Day
Mm-hmm.
had their own point system
And it
where
was the same day, which I thought was awesome. That
yeah
people were like, "We're not gonna let these people just like get one over and try and like torture people or bully people for a day. We're
yeah
gonna create something that's opposite and on the same day to try and hopefully counteract what was going on or what
basically
might have gone on."
hmm
And it seemed like it was successful.
yeah and like some of these points are like cool 10 points you smile at like a Muslim 25 points you buy one cup of coffee or something skipping straight to 1,000 points you like do something that like benefits like a Muslim cause a charity.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's amazing in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like, okay, like to Love a Muslim Day was this Tuesday on the 3rd. So now I'm just thinking to myself, do we have to stop on the 3rd? Is it just
No.
one day?
I guess it's kind of like a Valentine's Day situation. Like, we're supposed to show love every day of the year, not just on one day. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's let's just take the that connotation of like the Muslim off and just like do that every day of the year.
Yeah.
Like Martin Luther King
Mhm.
said, you can't drive out darkness with darkness. You need light to do that. So
Sorry, I gotta chime in. 50th anniversary of his death, so we're thinking of Martin Luther King as well.
yeah. So
But anyways,
So I'm just like really excited that like that kind of momentum happened to counteract such a hateful thing. So with this positive loving thing, let's just carry that on to like all communities and everything. So
yeah.
that's why I love humans. It shows that we can actually come together
Mhm.
for a positive cause as opposed like a hateful cause.
That's so
So
beautiful.
go us.
Doesn't that make you feel all warm and fuzzy?
humans.
You feel all warm and fuzzy a little bit. You put that in a nice little package and you packaged it all nicely. It's got a little bow on top. It's all cute. You like, oh, I get a gift.
Muscle menos.
Okay, why I love humans. So, you all heard about Stephon Clark. If you haven't, we'll get to him in a little bit anyways. But I don't know if you've heard about or saw the clip where Don Lemon interviewed or was attempting to interview his brother, Stevante Clark. And he was not mentally well. I think that's to make it simple. He wasn't able to carry out the interview and was just like, I'm praying for you, brother. We're going to have to end it here. And so, you know, a lot of people were reaching out saying, like, we're praying for him, hoping he gets, you know, the help he needs. And I'm just seeing a whole lot of love surrounding people being mentally healthy. And I really, like, am finding this newness inspiring, and I'm really excited about this fact that people are seeing it and they're reaching out and saying, you know what?
I got you.
I got you.
I got your back.
I got your back.
Hell, I'll carry you if you need me to for a little bit. Like
Exactly.
I did peep that earlier this week, and I was just like,
I appreciate it. I have an appreciation for people reaching out and being supportive for people that are not in a healthy space. Mentally specifically, because that's been such a taboo topic for so long. People are like, ooh, don't talk about that. Ooh.
yeah.
That means you're not stable and you're not
Yeah.
strong or whatever, but has nothing to do with your mental strength.
But let's talk about how strong Stevante was being at the moment. Like
And he was being strong. It just wasn't. He wasn't in a place where he could have an actual discussion or a conversation that was constructive, if you will.
So like, and in that sense, it's just like strength is not what's needed. It's like, so you need a helping hand. You need like somebody, like you need to like be there mentally. Like you can be strong and not be there mentally.
What I saw from him was that he was just broken.
Yeah.
Completely shattered, which completely makes sense. I understand it. He was not in a space where he could actually have a conversation about the brokenness.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't talk about it. All he wanted to do was to make his brother's name known. Everybody knows his name now. We get it. But in moving forward and trying to create change, there has to be a deeper conversation. He's not ready to do that, which is understandable, and hopefully he gets the help he needs so that he can actually move forward in a productive and positive way.
Yeah, and
So,
I'm really excited that people are rallying behind him, especially in the Black community, with mental health being the stigma that it is.
I read, and this is just random, this just popped in my head, that actually more Black people in the Black, or people in the Black community are seeking out mental help more than ever before.
That's
which
great.
I'm like, praise Jesus, amen, yes, because that's just one of those things that sits on my heart. Like, that's a whole nother something to talk about that I'm probably going to be blogging about. So stay tuned for that one.
Natural for this. That link will be in the description as well.
Naturalforthis.com. So that kind of wraps up my Why I Love Humans situation for this week. We're going to start a new segment, and it's called Do We Care or Nah?
Yeah, I like that segment.
Yeah, so just some of the headlines that popped out on our timelines this week, and we haven't really kind of gone in depth together. We clicked them, some of them we kind of glanced at, some of them we didn't read at all. But we're going to read the headlines right now. We're going to decide, vote, do we care or not? So, number one. Headline number one. Soon-to-be ex-teacher goes off on parents who coddle and enable their kids. Internet wildly applauds. Do we care or not?
I can't say that I don't care, but I'm not too interested.
You gotta pick.
Since I'm not interested, I don't care. But you're an ex-teacher.
I'm an ex-teacher, and I read her statement that she put on social media, and I was like, bruh, those are my sentiments exactly. So yes, I care. I care. I do. But if you want to read it yourself, you can find it in the description box.
Yes.
Once we finally get this up and the live video is down, we'll actually put all of the links in the description box. So it's not there yet, but wait till after the video is over, and we'll put it up there.
Definitely.
Headline number two. White woman sentenced to 3 years in prison for racist tirade appears in court with ... cornrows.
As laughable as this situation is, like, I'm actually like kind of happy that being racist is like illegal.
Sorry.
I mean, like, still punch Nazis, but like.
Anyways.
But like, I care.
You care?
I didn't read the article though.
You
but
care about what aspect of it though? You care about the fact that
there are repercussions to being racist.
Okay. I don't care about, and I just find it a little humorous, so maybe I care on a small level, but I find it a little bit humorous that her ass had cornrows.
I'm just like...
You're going to appropriate the culture that you hate. You funny. You real funny.
Yeah, and then that's the thing too, like, I'm just happy that there are, like, actual, like, repercussions. I know people lose their jobs for racism nowadays and everything, but there are actual, like, ooh, this is serious. Let me actually, like...
And I didn't know that. That's just something else. But no, my laugh was more so at the cornrows thing. The fact that she's appropriating Black culture while she is racist. You funny, girl. You real funny.
Real funny.
Okay. Saudi Arabia uplifts 35-year cinema ban. Black Panther, first movie to be released. Do we care or not?
Okay, so... You, like, gave me the cliff notes of the article.
I did. I don't really know the full article. I didn't read it either.
You had the cliff notes too. So now that I kind of know the main idea of it, it's great that Black Panther was the first cinematic movie that they saw.
Or that they're gonna see, because I'm not sure if it's happened yet.
Yeah.
But
I don't care.
I mean, I think okay, here's my thing. Like, do I really care? Nah. But I'm like, is it good for the Blacks? Yes. It is good for the Blacks. Yes, in fact, it is.
I'm sorry, my right hand was holding up,
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on. Feds charge 3 as rat poison-laced drugs take toll in Chicago. I don't know why I read that like that.
Oh, well, I think you were like cueing me in. And my
Was
cue
I?
in
Oh.
is like, hell yeah, I care.
Okay.
So can
We He
uh,
cares. We have comments. We're gonna come to that after we drop these last two. Okay.
okay.
So he cares. I'm gonna go with nah. So, anyways, okay. So this one you've probably heard of. YouTube headquarters shooter dead, 3 wounded. Do we care or
we
not?
obviously we're not that
And what
big
do we care about?
to be like at YouTube, like to worry about their headquarters like that. But like I feel like we do care because we are a part of that community. We should care because
You know
like
what? I wasn't even thinking about the aspect that we're part of that community, but we are. I was thinking more so in terms of just the fact that it's another, not a mass shooting, but a shooting
yeah, it
in
was
a
a
public place, a situation that's not necessarily avoidable to those that are affected.
yeah. So like yeah, we care. Like public shootings, like
Right,
it's like yay more ammo for the gun debate. You
right,
know,
right.
so.
So yeah, I care to that degree.
Do I care about the shooter, like herself and her motives and her intentions? No, I don't.
And it was a woman?
It was a woman.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to that. Okay. And last, so this headline is Don't Tell Black Women How to Feel About Stephon Clark's Tweets. Do we care or not?
I feel like if I give the wrong answer, when that camera go off, I'm gonna catch it. So.
Well, that's what we signed up for. So, anyway, do you care or not?
I do care, actually.
Okay, he does care. Good. Okay. So, I obviously care. I have comments, but do we want to backtrack and let Aaron go ahead and fill in with his comments on the, what's it called again? The drug?
The drug, the street name is K2.
Okay, so the headline that piqued us on this issue was Feds charge 3 as rat poison laced drugs take toll in Chicago. And apparently the name of this rat poison laced drug is K2.
Yeah,
Okay,
like the letter
so,
K2.
Right, so that's apparently the name of it. It's new to me. I ain't never heard of this, so.
Yeah. So, 3 men were arrested. They are being detained by federal agents for selling this synthetic marijuana. It's a synthetic marijuana, and it's laced with rat poison. And like it still gets the users high, but it has like really dangerous side effects. A lot of the side effects include bleeding out of your eyes, your nose, ears, mouth, gums, and your urethra. So it's
For those who don't know, that's your pee hole, okay?
so
Think about that now, because I'm like, bruh.
your 7th grade health class failed you if you didn't know what that was.
Your pee hole.
And no, it's not the same as a vagina, fellas. Anywho.
I'm judging you if you thought that. Anyways, we're gonna continue.
But don't they already bleed out of there?
Okay. We're not doing that right now. Not doing that.
Anywho, so the synthetic weed, it's obviously illegal to be sold, but it was marketed towards like teenagers.
Oh.
So like
that I was not aware of.
Yeah. So like a lot of the names were, what are the names? Matrix, Blue Giant, and Crazy Monkey. Those are like 3 of the names and everything, and they like came in colorful packaging and all that other stuff. And I'm just sitting.
Are they trying to say grown-ups don't like colors? I'm sorry. Continue.
And like in the Chicagoland area, and like in Chicago and the surrounding area, like there are like 56 hospitalized because of like this synthetic weed and everything.
Didn't I read that somebody or a few people died.
Yeah, a few people actually did die. I don't
Yeah.
have the actual numbers for it to
Yeah.
like comment on it, but I know people lost
In
their.
the description box.
Yeah, a few people have lost their lives because of it,
Mhm.
and 3 men were charged.
Mhm.
No, they 3 men were like, yeah, 3 men
Yeah.
were arrested and charged and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here like, yo, obviously I am like pro recreational use of marijuana, the one that comes out of the ground,
Mhm.
you know. Uh, but I'm just sitting here like thinking like, fellas, if you're gonna like sell weed, just sell the actual weed, because when you sell this synthetic stuff, that's ammunition for like for people to like be like, see, it's dangerous.
See, but the thing too was, wasn't it my? I don't know if you read this and understood it that way, but my understanding was that it wasn't actual marijuana.
It
was
wasn't.
literally just like random ass weeds or plants.
It was other plants,
that
and
had
then
poison in them that made people hallucinate and cause these other side effects that were deadly.
yeah. So like with that being said, a lot of these people like, and with these other side effects, it's not just bleeding from everywhere. Like it's like you will be impaired as well, like mentally impaired.
Yeah.
Not like, and it's gonna
Not
take.
temporarily, like permanently.
You will be fucked up. So I'm sorry.
Sorry, but
Don't
it is what it is.
like. I don't know. Like if you have a weed man, just always ask them.
Where you get this from?
Did this come from the ground?
Who your weed man is?
That's the weed man who's your weed man.
Right.
So, and obviously, if you're under the age of 21, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
It's not. No, it's really not. I'm sorry to say that, but
so
enjoy your legal drugs safely. Okay?
If you're in Colorado, Washington, or California.
Soon to be Illinois. Anyways, so I care about, and interestingly enough, it is about Black women. So Stephon Clark, we all know, was the young man, 22 years old, that was shot and killed by the police in his grandmother's backyard while holding a cell phone.
20 times, right?
Something like that.
Okay.
I think initially they said 20 times. Somewhere I read about the autopsy, it said a different number. So there might be some discrepancy between those numbers. But one way or another, he was shot innocently, not holding any weapons. He's dead now. Very sad story. But throughout the story coming out, I guess people were digging through his social media. People have found some tweets of his that he posted in the past. And so I shall read them to you so that we can discuss. So one of them, actually, let me go back to the one furthest in the past. So October 9th, 2015, he says, "Black bees, I don't want nothing black but an Xbox." Emoji. Then October 27th, 2015, "I don't want nothing black but an Xbox 100 emoji." And then most recently, May 2nd, he's responding to someone else's tweet who says, "Black is beautiful" with the heart eyes emojis. And his response is, "I don't want nothing black but an Xbox. Dark bees bring dark days." Emoji.
I can hold my tongue, but I can't hold my face. All of these are very surprising.
It is, in fact. The person who shared these with the world, I guess, or one of the many people, I'm sure there are tons of people sharing this stuff, but this person, we won't mention their name, but their comment was, "Black women, here is what Stephon Clark thought about you. Stop marching, protesting for this fool that did not care about you. He would not have done the same for you. Black women matter," or hashtag Black women matter. So the question then, I guess, is posed is, should we focus on solely police brutality or misogynoir, which is a new term that I ain't know nothing about. I was like, we create new terms every other day. I'm like, what is this?
What's like funny about misogynoir? I've like Katy Perry actually. Yeah. She actually mentioned it like a while ago, like in response to Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift when they were beefing back and forth, and I guess Katy was trying to get an invite to the cookout. It ain't happening.
Katy needs to sit down. Anyways,
But like, I'm glad that she used her privilege to call out like the discrepancy between white feminism and feminism for like black women and all women of color.
Right. Because I think, well, I'll give you the definition first. So, misogynoir is a word that was created by Moya Bailey, a woman. She has credentials, but I'm not mentioning them right now. The word was created to explain the ways that anti-blackness and misogyny combine to malign black women in our world. So, essentially, it is a word that I guess kind of helps us to talk about intersectionality because too often feminism is white feminism and it ignores the issues that black women face. And if we're talking that, if what our point is to say that all women are and all people are created equal, then why are we ignoring the issues that some people face?
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Anyway, so if that's the case, then we should all be supporting all issues of all communities at all times, essentially. But then the question I think that we're troubled by is, so then if a person who is considered not respectable, like a Stephon Clark, for instance, because of his tweets, do we then give him the same level of support in the Black Lives Matter movement that we would give to someone who is respectable and appreciative of all people? Do we care about that? Is that something that we should be saying, like, y'all can't support him no more because he don't like black women?
So.
And I have my points, but go ahead because you have something you want to add.
You go first. You go
Okay.
first. I'm sorry.
So my personal beliefs are that we can focus on both. And I'm personally not in the business of telling people what they should and should not support or believe or what they should focus on or shaming people for what they feel like they should support. Because if a woman feels like she needs to call it out and say, like, Stephon Clark did not support black women, and she, for that reason, is going to take a step back. Not to say that he doesn't deserve rights to life, because obviously he does. He's a human.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to be killed that way or killed at all, but that way is really troubling. But if she decides to take a step back for that reason, I'm not going to shame her. I understand that she has some conflicts of interest because her humanity was not appreciated by that individual.
Yeah.
And that's a conflict of interest. And I understand it. I get it. But that doesn't, to me, mean that I'm going to personally be like, I don't stand for his rights. Because at the end of the day, well, like I just said, if we're going to support any marginalized group, then we should be supporting all marginalized groups at all times. And so he is still a human at the end of the day. He's young. I mean, some of these tweets go back to 2015.
Yeah, so he was a teenager.
Exactly.
In a lot of those.
So that's
those tweets.
Well, that was 3 years ago. So he wasn't. Well, he was a technical teenager, but an adult. But he was very young. I mean, people grow and develop. Some of the things I said when I was 18, 19 years old, I would never say today. I would never think today.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I can't really throw too much shade at him. It's upsetting, yes, but he had a lot of growth that he could have done had he lived longer.
Yeah,
so
because like I had some anti-blackness behaviors in those formative years in my life as well.
Yeah.
And luckily for myself, I didn't have Twitter to like put them out there. But it's like I'm remorseful for those ideas and thoughts. I shame myself for those ideas and thoughts, and I've learned and grown from those ideas and thoughts.
I don't think it's necessary to shame yourself, but to grow from it.
But
at the end of the day, all of us are still learning.
So in a personal conversation I had with you, I want to say around 2 years ago, this was like a text message I sent to you. Ooh. I was like, I don't know if you remember it, but I asked, do you think all members of Black Lives Matter supports all Black lives? You know, because Black women and LGBT Black folk, hi, that's us.
Well, I'm Black and he's LGBT. I was like, just to clarify, yeah, that's us.
Like we like a lot of the times I find people representative of us, like in the front lines, marching for Black Lives Matter, you know, hardcore, boom, 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 boom. And when it comes to straight black Christian and Muslim men, a lot of the times there's misogyny involved, there's homophobia involved, transphobia involved, and it's just like I find myself like caught in a rock and a hard place. It's like, dude, I don't want to see like any man I care about getting shot, but I damn sure don't want to like save him from being shot and get called a faggot. On top of that, you know.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest, to say the least.
So and I'm not saying that all like straight black men,
No.
whatever the religious like background is, I'm not saying that they all think and believe that way, but I am saying that like misogyny and homophobia and any form of prejudice and bias and bigotry is prevalent in the black male community. Like, you know, so I find myself like listening to like Stephon Clark's old words. It's just like I hear grown men like well over 22, like in their 30s and 40s, saying things like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
and I don't like it.
Yeah, and
I
it's
don't
like
it one bit.
I can't stand with you, bro, because like you don't stand with me. So with the whole Stephon Clark thing, Black lives still do matter, and he shouldn't have died at all. But I can't stand with like anyone who has ideas like that, because like in his words, my mother is a black bee. You're a black bee.
And what that really boils down to, and I think that's why I might take a slightly different stance to it, is that his issue is hatred of himself.
Yeah.
And what I feel is sorry for him that he hates himself.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I don't feel necessarily anger. I feel sad for him, and I feel like he has a lot of issues that he should really look at. And if I were given the opportunity, I would have a conversation with him. But I still feel like he deserves the same rights that any other human deserves, regardless of his personal beliefs, which are troublesome on a lot of levels.
So no, and that's the thing. Like I'll say Black Lives Matter until like the air runs from my lungs. But like there's a lot of the times like I'll still be in that crowd, but I can't stand next to somebody who says like horrible things like that. You know, that's just me personally. I'm not gonna step back and like not support like a fallen black man or woman who had like negative ideas or views of like anyone in the black community. I'm not gonna step back, but I'm not gonna look at that person as like a saint either.
Oh no. But I think that's the thing. For me, I'm not saying that anybody's a saint.
Yeah.
We all have a history. We all got a past. We all had some things that we said and did that were really stupid. Raise your hand if you don't agree, because I'm going to call you a liar.
I was about to be like...
You're a liar.
I was about to be like, wait.
You a liar, because we all have been there. So, you know, if anybody is thinking that you're going to find an ideal candidate to be the representative of the Black Lives Matter movement, you're not going to find them.
You're not. Because, like, in the LGBT community, there's misogyny there. And, in black women communities, there's homophobia there. So, like, it's all over the place. So I can't sit here and say I'm not going to stand with any black people. It's just, like, it's just troublesome and tiring when I am just like, I want to stand for all of you. Because me personally, I want to stand for all black people. I will stand for all black people. Stephon Clark and Umar Johnson alike. I know. So.
That man. You know what?
So.
And on that note, I think we should just stop. Because I am blowing steam out my ears and my nostrils at the same time. And we do have to let you guys go anyways. But
yeah, I think we hit 40 minutes.
I think we've overdone it. I hope you enjoyed it.
So be sure to follow us everywhere we are. Not in person. Not in person.
That was not a plea for you to stalk us, okay?
Instagram.
Maybe on our Instagram. Maybe.
And Facebook. And Twitter to come.
Yes, Twitter. And we're considering an Instagram for Mildly Informed. Currently, we have our own individual ones, obviously, but we're considering, narrowing that down to just one profile. But we'll think about that more.
we can still shout
out
ourselves.
Obviously, we're gonna shout out our individual pages.
Yeah.
But anyways, Monday we have a new video coming out, and that's going to be on.
We old.
We're gonna take a moment of silence for the early 20s because
I'm still in my mid-20s.
Past our early.
I'm in
20s.
my mid-20s.
We're not having this argument right now.
I'm in my mid-20s.
No, we're not doing it now. But we are both past our early 20s. And we're going to take a moment of silence and reflect and reminisce.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So take this information with you. We love your faces, and we will see you on Monday.
Make sure you share, like, subscribe, follow.
All of that.
Do all those deeds right now. Bye.
Bye. Rock, paper, scissors. Who turns it off? You cheated.
1, 2, 3, go. It's not 1, 2, go. It's 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm used to doing it on 3 now.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I'm ready. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yay!
Dang it. I can't even get up. That's how you know I'm old.
Come on, you
I got it.
Bye.
I don't know how I turn this off. How I do this. How I do this. Yes.